All right, so this next case, we're putting in a Smith & Nephew Humeral Nail. The doctor said that it's a bad fracture, so we're going to put a mini plate on first. So I pull a Smith & Nephew Mini, EVOS Mini tray. The plates are in this tray. And he likes the 6-hole strength plate, which is this guy. If he needs something smaller, we got 2, 4, and 2-0 plates in here. And then we'll use 2 7 screws for this plate, which is over here. Open on the side. All your drill bits, all your screwdrivers. Somebody put the depth gauge in the wrong spot. And then all of our screws are here. We'll use the shortest ones, a 7, because this is a temporary plate and we just want temporary fixation until we can get the nail in place. So after we put on the mini plate, we're going to start the humeral nail. And what we do is pull a ball or a guide wire. This is threaded. We'll use that first to get into the humerus. After that is the large opening reamer, which we put on a reamer head. Make sure you don't put it on a drill head. It has to be on a reamer head. That will open the cortex of the proximal humerus. After we get it open, I don't have the ball tip guide wire yet, but the rep will give us a ball tip guide wire that will go all the way down to the distal aspect of the humerus. Sometimes they have to mallet it to get it all the way down, so I have a mallet there. After they mallet it down, they'll use a depth gauge to get the length of the humerus that they want. After they get the length of the humerus, then we will ream the canal with these reamers. 6 is missing. I've already told the doctor. He's fine with that. So we usually ream one size over the nail that we're going to use. I expect that we'll put in a 7 nail today. So we'll probably ream up to an 8. So we'll ream 7 and then 8. And that will give us the width of the nail. The rep will then open the nail to us sterilely. And my doctor likes to use the extended Smith & Nephew guide, which we open separately. There is a guide in this tray, but it's really short and my doctor doesn't like it. So we're not using that one, we're using the extended one. This goes down the top. We get the nail sterilely. It only goes in one position. This little tab here is wider than this one. So we'll put the nail on, we'll tighten, 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 tighten. And then we can also tighten it all the way with this little wrench here, so we can tighten it so it's really tight on the nail. And then we'll hand off the nail to the doctor, who will then mallet it down into the canal of the humerus. Once he gets it down where he likes it, we'll attach this guide to the end of here. So there's 3 places to attach it, and you'll just have to ask the doctor which one he prefers. For us specifically, they want it on the middle one, which it just clicks into place and then tightens down. So this will be down the canal of the humerus. This will be the nail right here. These guys sit outside. There's holes in it for them to pick and choose which hole in the nail they want to use. And we do that with these 2 trocars. Okay, there's 2 sets in here, so if you drop one, it's fine. This will go in whatever hole that they decide that they want to use. They'll make a small incision in the skin, and then they'll use a drill, and they'll drill through the silver guide, through the far cortex, and then we'll pull this silver guide out. The rep will give us the screw size that we measured off. This is calibrated. And then we'll put the screw. This is a capture screwdriver, so we'll just tighten it onto the screw. And we'll put this on power 2, and they'll put this screw in. And he'll probably do like 2 or 3 screws. After we get done with that, he'll take the guide off, so you'll need the wrench again to take it back off. Be aware that when you take this back, this can fall out. So when you take it back, I always say to take it back upright. So that's what I mean. So don't do this. Don't let the resident do this. They will. Upright like this is the best way to take it back where you don't drop anything, because you never know when you might have to take a nail back out. After they take this off, he's going to do 1 or 2 screws distally to lock the nail in place distally. And we have short drill bits for that. This one's long because they had to go through this trocar, but this one's short, and they do what's called perfect circles. So they'll line up on the x-ray exactly the circle on the distal part of the humeral nail. We'll drill a hole through it, and then we'll use a depth gauge to get the length of the screw that we want. The rep will open the screw to us sterilely, and we'll put it back on the same screwdriver on a reamer. I like to put it on a reamer head because we have residents here. And then if they want to use the hand driver, they don't have to take the screwdriver off. All they have to do is get this and they can attach it. And this has forward and reverse, so make sure it's on forward. And that's it, and then your nail's done.